Talent hustle as he finishes his play with a bit of reverse muscle. Johnson drops in at number 10 on the countdown on to number 9 to watch a defender do some flying. Nicola can't shake free of Jeremy as Grant swats that shot at number 9. At number 8, check out the cat on the drive and a diamond that shines bright as this guy on the fly. Carl Anthony Towns throwing down at number 8. We're up to number 7, where Gordon Hayward is delivering the slammer all over Indiana. Hayward's a Pacer slayer at number 7 for the Hornets. Bounce there. At 6, Devin Booker on the drive, but Aaron sends this straight to Shaq Hennessy's office. Look at the elevation Aaron Gordon at number 6. On to number 5, where Delano lets it go from beyond half court, and Ben gets in at number 5 with that gem. To MSG for number 4, watch Obi Toppin get up off the floor. Derrick Rose the pass, and Toppin gets in with the smash at number 4. At 3, watch Anthony Edwards first hesitate, then detonate. This man's reputation is otherworldly levitation. He's in at number 3. On to number 2. 0.8 seconds in the game. Boston needs 3 points, so get the ball to Marcus, and that was a smart choice. Smart sent to OT with this 3. That gets in at number 2 for the Celtics. But at number 1, do we have a dunk the year candidate on the Grizzlies opening night? We'll sit back, relax, and watch John take line the dunk and juggernaut rise to the top as John Morant lands at number 1.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's that time of the week again. It is Sports Life. I'm Ryan. I'm going to try to make this one a little bit more entertaining. We're going to start with it a little bit different. We are starting with the NBA. I'm going to pull up the scores again and kind of go through some highlights, hopefully, that we saw. I love this time of year. The best time of year sports is when all 4 major sports are playing. And we've got baseball, we've got football, we've got basketball, and we got hockey. And I apologize about the background noise. My dog is being goofy. Alrighty. So, like I said, we're starting with basketball because it did start up this week. Opening night, we had the Bucks take care of the Nets, who are clearly distracted. Giannis didn't miss a beat. He already had like 34 points and 12 rebounds or something in that game. In fact, I can pull that up real quick. 32 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Starting off for Giannis right there. I mean, that's a pretty talented stat line. I don't know what more you can say. The Bucks are clearly still the best team in the league. The Nets are clearly distracted and got a lot of issues going on. That's why they got blown out. The other game that night was the Warriors and Lakers. The Warriors found a way to come back and beat the Lakers. Not a whole lot you can take from opening night on that one particularly, except, Steph Curry did Steph Curry things. And, well, LeBron's got to figure out a way to distribute the ball a little bit better. He's got a full team. He's got a stacked team. He's got to be able to, figure it out, pass the ball, not just try to rely on himself. That's as simple as that. He thinks he's the king. He thinks he's the one who's got to do it all. Well, he doesn't. He's got the team to do it. So they'll figure it out. It's way too early to make that kind of assumption. But all right, other games. I'm just going to kind of scroll through the scoreboard a little bit. Just kind of let you guys look. So, a lot of good games here. I'm going to stop with the Celtics and the Knicks. I don't know why that always plays. I don't understand that. But anyways, okay. So, we're going back to Celtics and Knicks. Okay, double overtime game opening night. I mean, Jaylen Brown dropped a 46-piece. Julius Randle dropped a 35-piece. Both guys went off. as you saw, Marcus Smart sent it to overtime with 4 seconds left. It was crazy, you know? That's the kind of basketball you want to see all year long. And yes, the outcome is the Celtics lost. But if you take away the outcome, this is basketball right here. This is two teams going at it head to head. Let's see who comes out on top, who's going to get the big bucket, who's going to get the loose ball on the field. A battle, and that's what you want right there. Other scores. I'm actually shocked with this one. The Sixers beating the Pelicans. I did not think the Sixers, with Ben Simmons being such a huge distraction, would actually be able to play. But since he didn't play, and they did, they found a way to win. So good for the Sixers, bad for Ben Simmons. It's really showing that he does not need to be part of that organization. And Nuggets beat the Suns. That's always impressive, considering where the Suns were last year, and considering where the Nuggets were. You know, you always want to start the season hot with a W. Chris Paul got a triple-double. I'm sorry. But they got outplayed. So, he didn't get a triple-double. That's 4 rebounds. I'm sorry. This one's actually kind of surprising to me. The Kings probably for the first time in I don't know, 10 years, start the season with a W. They outplayed the Trailblazers. They outscored them. They basically just outlasted Dame and CJ McCollum. So, good there. Pacers Hornets. That obviously is a clearly good game. I didn't get to watch any of it. Didn't get to see any highlights. Apparently, LaMelo balled out a little bit. And obviously Sabonis did right there. Your top performers. Domantas Sabonis. That guy is one guy. I'm a Thunder fan. Actually, there's 2 people on this list in the top 6 that you can see right there that I really wish the Thunder never got rid of. I wish they would quit trying to do this rebuild because it's clearly not ever going to work the way they're doing it. Domantas Sabonis and Jeremy Grant. 2 really, really, really great players, and the Thunder decided to get rid of them for this rebuild, which doesn't make a lot of sense. As you can see, Thunder lost by 21. They are very, very, I don't know, young, I guess would be the best word, but I don't like using age as an example because I play basketball, and I'm sorry, but age doesn't mean that much. If you have the heart to go play, you can go play. They are purposely trying to lose, and it's very obvious. And half the team doesn't even want to be a part of this organization. So, that is kind of what's going on this week in NBA. I'm going to switch over to baseball. Like I said, I'm going to take kind of a different approach this week. There is quite a bit of stir for baseball. On one side, you got the Astros beating the Red Sox up 3-1 now in that series. They're really just kind of pulling away. They are better offensively, and the Red Sox just don't have an answer for them. Oh, excuse me. The Red Sox are kind of about to see their number, and the Astros are trying to prove that, yes, they cheated in 2017, but they're back, and they are still a very solid team, and they are trying to win a World Series. I honestly, at this point in time, think the Astros are the best team left. Now, on the other side, this game we're looking at right here, you've got the Braves up 3-1, but they had the Dodgers in the same situation last year. They had them down 3-1, and guess what? They lost. So, I think there's going to be more pressure on Atlanta than there is the Dodgers. The Dodgers escaped the Giants with a garbage call, but overall, they still have a lot of offense. They have a lot of good pitching. I really think the Braves actually get it done this time, but I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle. And like I said, there's going to be a lot more pressure on them because they've already been in this situation. They've already lost once. So they got to figure some things out. They've got to play really solid 9-inning baseball. You cannot give up a Cody Bellinger 3-run home run to tie a game. You cannot, or in the 8th, you cannot give Mookie Betts a walk-off double, you know. That's just not, you can't do that, and that's how they lost the first game. So, I think Atlanta's got it. I really do, but they've got to close it out. You got to be clutch, and that's literally part of every sport. You got to be clutch. So, alright, what else do I got? I think that's pretty much all my baseball talk that I had. OU softball, they're picking up right where they left off. They're averaging 25-point wins over everybody, like 25-0, 31-0, 26-0. Mute every time. I'm sorry, guys. I am still trying to figure this all out. I need a circuit board and able to control sounds and not use YouTube and stuff like that. So I apologize for the extra sounds like that. Alright, well, so we were talking about softball. I'm excited for it. I can't wait till spring softball because that's where it gets really good. And I think they're still one of the best teams in the country. So yeah, we all know I'm a homer. I've said that multiple times. Hey, let's see what happens. It could be a really, really, really good season. So, all right, let's do this one. We're gonna go ahead and switch to my favorite, college football, and I'm just gonna let this play, and you guys can kind of enjoy the show. So. So what I'm showing is all of the Caleb Williams highlights. The guy started out 10 for 10, or he completed his first 10 passes. His first incompletion was a drop pass by Austin Stogner, which should have been a touchdown. This dude is the real deal. I hope he ignores all the hype and Heisman talk and just go play football. Quit. Like, everybody needs to quit trying to make him something he's not. He's just a football player. He's out there, he's playing ball, he's having fun. All he needs to do. One thing I was very, very impressed with was Spencer Rattler, went out as a captain for the coin toss. You know, that shows a lot of character, that shows a lot of poise. You got benched. He's supposed to be the Heisman favorite. Now this kid all of a sudden is out of there and out of nowhere. He's not up there for the Heisman. Like 5th in Heisman voting right now. After one career start, and he's there. Needs to just avoid all that hype. That's a beautiful pass. That's a beautiful pass too, except he underthrows it just a little bit. If he can get some arm, like a little bit more arm underneath some of these balls, he's going to be an amazing quarterback. Kind of, I want to say Kyler Murray-esque, but kind of Lamar Jackson-esque too because of his body. He's got a big build. So what you're not seeing here is the defensive highlights because, well, quite frankly, there were none for University of Oklahoma. They force a turnover later on in this game. They finally get a turnover, and what do? They muff it out of the back of the end zone, so it's a touchback, so it's basically a pointless turnover. Later on, there's a TCU receiver who outmans the first time, what was my sketch? Like literally gets outmans the Oklahoma defender, the first defender who actually looked for the ball in the secondary. OU's got some defensive issues, and it really shows. they need to. I don't know. I know they're all banged up, but these guys don't look for the ball. They don't. They try tackling the receivers before the ball even gets there. I mean, it's just bad football. It is really bad football watching this. And look at Hazelwood catching a hat trick. I mean, you gotta appreciate that. But I'm very disappointed with OU's defense. I'm very disappointed with how these kids are developing. It seems like they don't have a lack of heart for defense. It seems like, or they do have a lack of heart, and it seems like they don't care. They don't want to tackle. Watch this 44-yard run. Bye. See ya. It wasn't a 44. He had a 44-yard rush touchdown. I thought it was that one. This kid is just a human highlight machine, man. They get a couple weeks to kind of heal up. We'll see. But like I said, this secondary is really, really bad. So look at this score. It's 38-24. You know, that's too many points getting up. There's the 44-yarder. There it is, yeah. So OU goes to play Kansas this week. I don't really see any issues. They always struggle with Kansas in the first quarter, but after that it's usually a blowout. They play Tech the week after, and then they finally have a bye. Then it's big boy football, and you gotta play Iowa State, Baylor, and OSU, and probably OSU again. That's gonna be a tough stretch, especially with two of those three being on the road. Waco proved it to BYU last year.
Thank you for watching ESPN.
Alright, we don't have to rush that. So, let me go ahead and pull up the college scores real quick from this week. Okay. We had Oregon. As you can see, they escaped Cal. Cal played them very well the whole game, played them very close. Oregon just outscored them there at the end, kind of get the W. It was a 10-10 game for a very long time. San Diego State, they survived. They get to play Air Force this week. That should be a good game. Air Force is actually favored by, I think 7 points. San Diego State is still ranked, still undefeated, so they got to keep winning to keep, any hope alive for a New Year's Bowl, or New Year's Six. There's the OU-TCU final score. Caleb Williams, I didn't tell you his stats on that. He went 18 of 23, 295 yards, 66 rush yards, and 5 total TDs. I mean, that's a really, really good stat for a guy in his first start ever. Against, yes, TCU is not as good as they've been in the past, but a defense who, they know how to play football. Besides their secondary is tackling before the ball got there too. But Patterson knows how to coach defense. I don't believe, they'll be down for very long. It's just hard to recruit at TCU. Okay. So, stop it. Okay. We're just keeping the Big 12 there. Oklahoma State proving yet again that defense is a very much factor to winning championships. Actually, both those games. Georgia and Oklahoma State. Neither team, if they drop 30 points, they're probably going to win. If they drop 30 points on you, you're going to lose. That's just how they play. They play really solid defense. Oklahoma State's clearly not as good as Georgia. Clearly not. But they're finding ways to win games. They've stayed undefeated. They get to go to Ames this week and try to beat Iowa State. That should be a good game. Any time you have to go up there is a rough season, a rough time. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys. ESPN, their stupid little videos. Alright, Georgia-Kentucky, that was a really disappointing game for Kentucky. I thought it would have been a little closer than that, but Georgia, Kentucky played them well. Just Georgia's defense is too good. I mean, their defensive line is monsters, and they are just too good. They are that good. They are the number one team in the country for a reason. So I feel bad for anybody that plays them right now. Here we go. So, I love having an upset segment. I always love to, pick an underdog. Which, by the way, my underdog pick this week is Oklahoma State over Iowa State. Iowa State's a 7-point favorite against them. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take defense over Brock Purdy and Breece Hall. But anyways, so Purdue beating Iowa. This is big league because what happens here is you've got an Iowa team going in very hard, strong. Oh, we're destroying people 50-3, blah blah blah, and we're running up the score. And guess what? You ran into Purdue at home. At home, Purdue came on the road and beat you. And guess what? You are no longer undefeated. You're showing how weak the Big Ten is, and you didn't deserve that number 2 ranking. It's pretty clear. Now the rest of the Big Ten just needs to fall off because they are not that good. They do not play big boy football. I'm so sick of hearing about Ohio State. They do not play good football. So that right there it's just funny to me. And Purdue, that's a solid win. They put them in the top 25 for this week. You go to Iowa City and you win. It's a good week. Cincinnati's moved up to number 2 this week after this swapping. Cincinnati is making their case to be the first and probably last team out of the Power 5 to make the playoffs. That within the 14 playoff. Bama all over Mississippi State. I'm going to actually pull up a score outside the top 25. Okay, this very first one, actually. So the reason I bring this up is look how bad Appalachian State got beat, okay? They got beat 41-13 to Louisiana. 41-13. Okay, we're going to fast forward a little bit, just a little bit, to this week, because we had a game last night. And, well, here it is. There's actually a game tonight, Tulane and SMU. But, okay, Appalachian State, that same team that lost 41-13, takes Coastal Carolina down to the wire, and they beat their first-ranked team since they beat Michigan and Ann Arbor in 2007. 30-27. And look, it's not like they started out strong. They started out down 14-0. They were down 20-7 at one point. And then they start making their comeback. They're slowly grinding. Well, it only took a field goal in the fourth quarter. That's all they needed. And they won. That is crazy. I love the Coastal Carolina story. I'd love to go to that university, honestly. I'd watch some football, go to Myrtle Beach, It's a disappointing loss for them. But at the same time, that is crazy considering how badly Appalachian State just got beat. All right. So back to this week. We're going to talk about this game right here. Tennessee and Ole Miss, okay? That was my upset pick last week, and it almost came through. It was a good game all the way through. Tennessee fans, I'm kind of disappointed to say I picked you guys last week. I picked you guys because I want Heupel to do well, and he's not doing terrible right now, but, I want him to do well. And you guys are, I know Lane Kiffin did you guys wrong. I know he did. But you're throwing golf balls and water bottles and, come on, man. That's bad for college football. It's bad for the sport. Get over yourselves. I'm sorry, but that is horrible. Tennessee fans, you guys should be ashamed. For real, ashamed of yourself. I'll let you guys kind of look through the rest of the scores. Baylor beating BYU in Waco. That's kind of scary because they've got a really good defense. And like I said, I'm an OU fan. OU's got to play them in Waco. It's gonna be tough. Other than that, that's kind of all that's really happened last week. Okay, we talked about this week's games. I really hope to see SMU keep winning. It's always a good time. That's not even a game. This is probably the game of the week, just because you've got an unranked opponent is a 7-point favorite at home over against a top 10 opponent. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So, like I said, I'm taking Oklahoma State and over under 47. I'm gonna go probably under. I think it's probably a 30 to 20. Well, no. I take Oklahoma State 30 to 16. 30-16. That's what I'll say. 30-16. I think they win by 2 touchdowns. And remember, Iowa State was a top 10 team coming into the season, so it's not like they're a pushover. So Cincinnati Navy, anytime you play the academies, you got to be careful because they're always looking for upsets. I don't think they have a problem with Navy, unfortunately. I think Navy gets it done. All these. There we go. Wake Forest Army. We just said it. You play the academies. Anything could happen. I think Wake Forest probably gets it done. They're better offensively. But you never, ever, ever count out the academies. Especially if you have to go to West Point. I mean, that's tough. Wisconsin, Purdue. Wisconsin has no offense, so Purdue should get that one done. Oregon, UCLA, expect a lot of offense. 60.5 is the over-under. I would say that's low. I would say you probably should bet the over on that one. LSU Ole Miss. Ed Orgeron out as a coach at LSU after this week. He got too big-headed. Got some recruiting violations. Basically, LSU just doesn't want to deal with it anymore, even though they had that great season. Clemson and Pitt. Pitt's a very high-scoring offense. Clemson's got a solid defense. Very meh. Tennessee, Bama. We talked about the San Diego State Air Force game. Air Force is a 3.5-point favorite. So the Aztecs could be on an upset alert. Look at the Roadrunners. The Roadrunners have made it to the top 25. And I hope they stay there. That would be kind of cool. UTSA, man. Ohio State, Indiana. Indiana's kind of been a disappointment this season after last season. USC, Notre Dame. That's a big rivalry. I mean, there's not a lot of good football, unfortunately, this week. It's kind of very bleh. Alright. I'm going to just play just a highlight video of the top plays from college this week. As I step away for just a second. Where'd it go? Well, I guess I'll pull it back up. Hang on just a second there, guys. I had a video pulled up. I thought it was pretty cool. Right? No.
Goodbye and the spam calls. Hello to a phone plan with this and spam blocking. See you later.
There it is. Alright. And I will be right back to you guys. I apologize.
That's a second short.
Yeah, now he is in that tilt and no situation, and this is the offensive coordinator, Mitch McChanky, of Dream. They'll opt to pass it in second short. It's a broken tackle on the left. Washington racing to score for Rochester. The 88-yard drive.
Gets a little air on it. And the officials get together. They said the catch was made at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. Jason Taylor down the sideline. Cowboys storming back 85-yard pick six. Hand it off for first down. And Moore still going. Smith still on his feet. Got a little help from his friends. Touchdown Bears. Complete back as I've been around. Here he goes again. It's free. Jerome down the sideline. Foot race. Touchdown. 79 yards.
Alabama later in the season. Jefferson will go to the air on second down and 8. Air it out for the end zone. Ridiculous for the Arkansas touchdown. Here's the catch. Chandler. Weaves up the field. Chandler inside the 15. Touchdown Carolina. Zamir White back in there. Georgia doing it on the ground. And Zamir White will score. Touchdown Georgia. 25 minutes without having the ball. They're going to take the ball into the end zone again. Davis.
That was kind of a crazy game. LSU outscored Florida 49-42. Bama just steamrolled Mississippi State. I mean, they just steamrolled them.
And you can make it a pick six. Jordan Battle. There's the pressure.
This was actually a good game. Clemson escaped 17-14.
Touchdown Clemson. Extra man picked up, intercepted by Wells. First tackle, another one.
State for Buffalo.
There's a flag down. In this game. I formation in this day and age. Look at it work too. Spiller's free. Touchdown Texas A&M. Touchdown. For the majority on this drive. Got to let Chuck play it in. Calvin Austin. There goes Calvin Austin. Dodge trying to get the ball. He gets it. 21 plus and maybe 1 for 69 for Memphis. Just like you drew. Thanks, Kels. They dropped it. NC State scooping it up. And it's going to be Boykin. Boykin scoops it up, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown for the Wolfpack. His total now 12 rushing touchdowns, which leads the country. Wells thinking about a shot. Scarcelli.
Ooh, look at that
His
stuff.
left arm was tied up, used his right to pull in. What is his fourth catch of the year? O'Connell steps up, keeps it, dives into the end zone for the Purdue touchdown.
But the snap goes back to the tunnel. Over the middle, it's going to be grabbed. Cal Halliday with the interception. Cal Halliday angles to his left into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. A pick six for Cal Halliday. And the Sparks take the lead at Indiana.
Throwing around right now. Here comes the crowd. Third down for Kenny Pickett. He goes sideline and battle for it in the end. And it's brought in by Wayne.
Nice catch.
Up on the line. They rush 4. Over the middle. It's caught. Jaheim Dow. He's to the 20. Breaks a tackle. He will take it to the end zone. Touchdown. South Carolina. Okay, Kev. Second and goal. From Minnesota. The fade. The up and bell. Flag. And touchdown. It's gone.
Looking to throw, it's a screen underneath. Miller has blockers, and Kevin Miller's got great speed. Target's going down the sideline all the way home. Touchdown, TCU.
Takes on play action on first down. He'll die out the deep ball. Slight separation. Dropped it in the basket. Demetrius Robertson is gone. Touchdown Auburn.
Richardson to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Jacob Copeland.
Bring Robichaux to the near side. Looking that way. Pump fake. Pump fake once again. Zappi throws. Oh, is it picked off in the end zone? Did it finally drop? Or is it a touchdown? It's a touchdown for WKU. Flag in the backfield. Around where Zappi threw that from the line.
Oh, that dude just lost his ankles. That dude should be ready for days now.
And he gets it complete to Mechie for first down and more. And with a blocker in front and swing bowling inside the 10 end zone. Ritter looking deep, end zone for Pierce. Back left corner. He's got it.
We're talking about Heisman. I think Ritter should definitely be up there. I really don't understand how you don't even say him being a Heisman candidate.
Picks it up brilliantly again. Here's the long ball. McConkey knows fires, and he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. Pop up, go, shot to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, and miss. Dennis Jackson for 33 yards. They're hoping for a fast start tonight.
That was actually a good game, I would say. It was like 33-20. Pretty good game.
30, 20, could go, and he will. Touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, Brees Hall. Out North Texas 8-yard line for Grant Wells. Hands it off to Ali.
Chug that chug. Look at his voice, man.
End zone. Rashid Ali refused to go down, and Marshall's on the board. Second and goal. Quick release in the end zone, and a touchdown Virginia from 7 yards away to Jelani Woods. Right at the end of the half.
Play by Drake. We saw him pick off a couple of passes last week in the game against Central. Big play on first down. The keeper by Rogers. He's still on his feet down the sideline.
Run by a quarterback. Always got to give it up for that.
Indeed he does. Touchdown by Pierce.
Oh, it really felt like Buffalo was just trying to something. I think this is the play. Nope. That's just OU playing bad secondary defense because he doesn't even look for the ball. It's so annoying.
14, they put Bigsby wide, and there it is. The quarterback run for Nix. He shoots, and Nix is gone. It's a house call, and an Auburn touchdown. Trying to spoil that here late in the fourth quarter. Brown steps up. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. Covered for the parlays. He's got it. Touchdown. Delayed pressure. Straight out downfield for Pena. It's the catch. It's Robinson. He gets away. Touchdown. Syracuse. Walking into the box. Play action off of it. Bryce Young gets the quick straight to Williams. When Williams turns the corner, look at this. He's gone. Jamison Basketball is back.
No,
In the action lot.
I don't want ads. Sorry, this is why I didn't run on the soundboard. But I'm working on it. Got a lot of things going on in life.
Mike Brown told us the media. We got it wrong.
Here's Howell. Steps up. Slow play.
Whoop! There he goes.
There he is. Very reliable. He's made very few mistakes. He's going to go airborne. Looking long. And that one's going to be caught. And in the end zone. What an amazing.
I missed that one. Wow.
How did he catch that football?
Nice. That's concentration right there. Yeah. And
to 7 on 4th downs this year. Hall hit with the okey-doke move. And Hall is putting some money on tape. Touchdown Cougars! Wow! One left in the game. Williams the carry. Busts the tackle. Williams is loose. And he's got a house goal. And Minnesota is going to put this one away. First and 10 after that penalty. Touchdown, Utah. It works. Touchdown, Mizzou. Penalty-free first half. That had been a problem. There's the third interception for LSU. Driving the clock out down the sideline.
Who the hell?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting back to the town in time for the game.
So I'm playing these highlights because look, there's the first already run. Because there wasn't a lot of good football games to talk about this week, which is kind of crazy. Even in the NFL, there's not a lot of good football games. So I'm just gonna kind of play the highlights and just kind of let you guys enjoy it for a little bit. That's it. This actually gets caught. This is crazy. Like, no one was covering him. Like, how does he get open there? That's a nice snag.
Johnson play action, going to the end zone. Matthews caught a touchdown.
San Jose State took the Aztecs to double overtime. But Nice pass. That's a really nice pass. Alright. So, we are going to go ahead and talk about the NFL a little bit. Last week was pretty fun. This week, not so much. Jacksonville got their first win. I'll scroll through the score a little bit. Trevor Lawrence got his first win over Miami. Sorry, guys. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, as he stated, he owns the Bears. They won 24-14. Yeah, well, that's all that needs to be said. The Bears are bad. We all know this. Justin Fields is bad. The Bengals steamrolled the Lions. The Bengals are having they're having a really solid season so far. They've got a tough matchup this week against Baltimore, which would prove if they are legit playoff contenders. But as of right now, they're playing good football. Carson Wentz is kind of starting to find his groove a little bit. I know the Houston Texans are not good, but still, to find your groove is always good. Jonathan Taylor's coming alive. So, this banged-up Giants team, I'm surprised they scored 11, but they did. Chiefs, offensively, are still really, really solid. Defensively, not so much. So, I don't know. They're in trouble. They won the game, but they are in trouble. So, until they start, kind of pulling ahead in that division somehow, it's crazy to me. The Vikings, Panthers. Sorry, dude. Oh, excuse. Ravens. Okay, see, this one's interesting to me because this was not the Lamar Jackson show that you would have thought it was. This was Baltimore's defense stepped up and made some plays. Obviously, you see the top performer was Herbert, not Lamar Jackson. So it was a very defensive game, and the Ravens just got the best of them. The Cardinals stay undefeated. They beat Baker up even more. He's not playing tonight against the Broncos. 37-14. Cardinals still win. I don't know. They're a really, really balanced team, really complete team. Their defense plays solid. So the Cardinals are definitely starting to, make some moves and make some noise. I still think the Rams win that division. Raiders, Broncos. Raiders, even with all the distractions, found a way to win, that's good. And for that organization to be able to come out and still win football games with everything going on, that's good. Cowboys beat the Patriots in overtime. It took quite a bit of coming back to win, but this one was a really solid defensive game. Both teams decided that, they wanted to win. There was a lot of heart shown in this game. Geno Smith did really, I wouldn't say great, but he played the game. He was a good game manager. Big Ben, his arm is dead. Like, it is sad to watch that quarterback just throw the ball because he has no arm strength left. He does a lot of check downs. He'll throw 5-yard passes, but he does not have the arm strength to get it down the field anymore. Steelers did find a way to win, but that was because of their defense, not their offense. Titans, Bills, I'm actually shocked by that. The Titans, Derrick Henry went all over them. And then Bills, I'm just kind of shocked. I figured that they would have won that game, but found a way to lose. I'll pull up this week's games. I'll let you guys kind of look at them. But there's not a lot of just overall good football. So, like I said, Broncos-Browns tonight. Chiefs-Titans, that has potential for a very, very high offensive game. Over-under on that's 57.5. That's a high-scoring game for an NFL game. I'm going to take it over. I'm taking the over. I don't know. I don't got a score for you, but I'll take the over. Jets-Patriots, meh. Panthers-Giants, meh. This is a good game. Here we go. This is going to be for the division right here, probably. One team gets a lot of momentum, or one team does what they're supposed to do. I think Baltimore probably gets this done, but I think it's a really, really, really good game, really close game. Another high offensive game, Eagles-Raiders. Neither one of them really have a good defense. Lions-Rams. Aaron Donald's going to eat well on Lions, for sure. Cardinals-Texans. Bears-Bucks. Niners-Colts. That's got potential for a good game, but not really. Saints-Seahawks has potential, but not really. So that's kind of the problem. There's not a lot of good football going on right now. But anyways, this has been a fun week overall. You've got everything starting up. You've got a lot of baseball talk. You got a lot of football, hockey's going on, and obviously basketball. And as the season progresses, I'll get more into basketball talk. I will definitely start, having more fun with overall sports. I'll try to get rid of some of these ads, and I love talking about sports, guys. It is definitely a good week to be a fan. That can stop for a sec. Honestly, I'm not gonna show you guys that. You guys don't need to see that. So, I guess we will talk next week. This has been Sports Week, or Sports Life. I apologize. I will see you guys later. Bye now.